Wow, it is hot today. It's hot. I've been over here for a couple hours now, 2.5 hours, doing some hiking, working on some videos. When I got here, according to my phone, it read that it was like 92 degrees or 91.8 degrees or something like that. And it's hot. It's real hot. I found this really nice spot way up on this hill within the pine trees. And not only was it up on a hill, so it had a bit of a breeze, but also you're out of the direct sun. I came back down here, over here to the sand pit area to finish up my videos. The sun is going down, or is down behind the hill, behind the trees there. So it's a bit better, but still very hot. I just wanted to make this video, and then I'm going to head out and stop my way back to the car. So I believe I've talked about it before. I may have, maybe I didn't. I know I have a lot of new subscribers, and I really appreciate that, all of you. But I've had people ask me in the past, and we'll address it again, because my thoughts or my philosophy behind it has slightly changed, more or less questioned it. I carry my ESEE number 4 on my shoulder strap on my backpack, right? It's either one of two. I have a number of fixed blade knives, but it's always one of two. Mostly number 4, ESEE number 4, and occasionally ESEE number 5. I really like ESEE number 5, but in the attempt to lighten the load as much as I can, the 5 is a pound, a whole pound. And I know there are other knives, very good knives, fixed blades, and they will weigh less than maybe even the 4, but I love my ESEE knives. So people ask, why do you carry it on your shoulder strap, on your backpack? Somebody came through here a little while ago, 10, 20 minutes ago, on a 4-wheeler quad. He kind of went over the hill, and then it got really quiet. When I finished where I was over there and I walked over here, I went up and I looked over. I don't see him anywhere. But it just seemed like it got really quiet really quickly. I did look. I'm going to look again before I leave. But ESEE number 4 on the shoulder. Why? There's a number of reasons. And you may laugh, you may not laugh. I wear a weight-bearing belt, a rigger's belt, a gun belt, whatever you want to call it. And I already carry a gun on my right hip all the time, my handgun, Smith & Wesson M&P 9 compact. And on the left, I carry a spare or 2 spare magazines. And the truth is, it's kind of funny, I have a really flat ass, seriously. I don't have a nice bulbous, is that the word? Bulbous ass. Like my belt, like I have to cinch, and I always have. Especially when I keep packing more and more onto my belt, I really got to pull it tight. Yeah, so I don't have a belt or an ass, sorry for the language, and for the belt to rest on, right? I gotta freaking cinch that thing tight because it will go down. And I have a belly, a little bit of a belly, so that doesn't help either, right? So why don't I wear it on my belt? Because I am ambidextrous to a degree. I can do everything with my left that I can with my right. I'm naturally a righty, but I'm better at it with my right, especially when it comes to fighting, not a problem. Shooting a gun, I can do both, but I'm better with my right. Handling a knife, can do both, again, better with my right hand. So my gun is on my right, magazines on my left. The left hand is trained to grab magazines, you know. The right hand, really not so much. The left hand knows that. That's where the muscle memory is for the left hand. I don't want to add another thing to my belt, which would be the knife, which would make sense. I don't like danglers. I just don't like them moving around. I have tried a couple leg panels with Pal's webbing, and you could put a number of stuff, and I put knives on there, and I didn't like that. I put mags on there, multi-tool, and I didn't like that. I just don't like it around my leg. And again, that is strapped up around the belt, so there's more weight pulling down my belt. So I don't do that. I wear it here. So when I'm hiking and I'm out, the knife is always here. If I need it for whatever reason here, you know, to defend myself, I know, highly unlikely that I'm going to have to do that. But it's just there all the time. Somebody once wrote to me, aren't you afraid of, you know, covering yourself in that? No, I'm not, because I'm not going to draw it out and do this, right? I'm going to... Sorry about that. It's the same unknown freaking number that keeps calling me at least once a day. And when I answer, I usually don't. If it says unknown name, if you're not in my contacts, I don't pick up. If I don't know your number or your name, I don't pick up. And this particular number just says unknown name or unknown number. And every time I answer, it's a recording trying to sell me something. Anyway, so I like my knife here. It's easy to grab when we're out, when we're hiking. Oh, there's a branch in the way, or whatever, something, if I need it or I want to cut something, it's there, it's ready. I don't like them on my belt. I don't like them on my thigh. I don't like it on danglers hanging down. I know the ESEE is not a lot of weight, but it will just be that much more weight on my belt. And where would I put it, right? Because the handgun is on this side, magazines on this side where I want them. So I don't do that. I wear it here, and I like. Now there are drawbacks to this. There's a good side and a bad side. There's a good side when your pack is on. It's always there, always ready. When you need it, you need to grab it. Wonderful. You get to your campsite, or you get to your location, or where I am, I'm going to make my videos. I need my knife. I have to go over, not that it's very far, but I have to go over, grab my knife, pull it out of the sheath, and then use it. But then what do you do with it? You either go put it back, or you stab it into a tree, or you lay it on a rock, depending on where you are. And but what if you forget it? What if you need it again? What if something happens and I need it right away, and I go to my pack and I forget that, you know? So there's a downside to that, not having it on you, and I get it. I understand it. I suppose I could relocate the magazines, or magazine, because it's not always two. I could relocate those. Maybe put that on here, because on this side is a multi-tool, by the way. It's a multi-tool. So maybe I could put a magazine on that side in another one of these pouches. And then put the knife on this side, because it wouldn't be that big of a problem with the knife being on my left side. I could draw with my left, switch it to my right, and use it, right? I don't want to do that if it's my gun. Draw it on my left, and then that ain't gonna work. So that's it. That's why, because I know I've been asked that quite recently, and quite a few times. I like them on my pack. They're easy, they're accessible, but there is a downside when you are at your location, your camp. Mosquitoes are coming out. When you're at your location, your camp, the knife isn't on you, right? The knife is... I thought I saw something in the LCD behind me. The knife isn't with you, chance of losing it, forgetting it, not knowing where it is if you need it in a split second. Now I get it, you know, the chances of something happening out here where I need my gun or my knife, or my gun and my knife, like, I mean, yeah, you know, what's the chances, right? But I'd rather prepare for the worst and hope for the best. I'd rather have it and not need it, than need it and not have it, you know, that kind of thinking. So I'm curious. That's why I have it. I'm curious. When you go out hiking, camping, bushcrafting, whatever you do, where's your fixed blade and why? And any suggestions based on what I said, maybe this, I don't know everything. There's a lot I don't know. Maybe there's something I haven't thought about. Oh, you could put it here to, you know, maybe, you know. It is used all the time. All the time. It is used every time I go out. It is coming out of the sheath 2, 3, 4, 5 to do something. So it's used. So like, well, put it, I know, you know, I've heard people say, well, I just leave mine in my pack. All right, you know, I don't want to have to stop, take off the pack, and you know. So anyway, be well, stay safe. I appreciate you watching this video. Leave a comment down below. All right, we'll talk soon. Bye.